Hey grandkids, it's your grandpa. And I know none of your parents wanted to bring you to Glenna Farms today, but don't worry. I'm the greatest grandpa around. I'm bringing Glenna Farms to you. One of the things you grandkids are gonna love about Glenna Farms, if you ever get here, maybe next year I'll have to rent a bus and bring all of you. How would you like that? That means 2 plane tickets for you, Matt and Miranda. Anyways, yeah, Glenna Farms, we're out here in Wisconsin, and this is where they make the syrup. And the syrup comes from trees. So come on in, we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, grandkids, I just want to tell you, they got free pancakes here with sausage. We've already eaten, but we're gonna videotape it and you can see where it is. So leave it rolling there, Elle. Come on in. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful maple syrup. Come around here and you see all this syrup. We're going to show you how it's made. Let's go look at some pancakes. Do you want to taste wine? Here's where they do the pancakes. In a little bit, we'll bring you in to see where they cook the syrup down. All right, grandkiddies. So me and my little helper are gonna go in. We're gonna show you where the sap is turned into syrup. They cook it down.
It looks like the weather's going to treat us well this week, so we started tapping the barometer drops, and the barometer drops after. Yeah, so I'm a little surprised it's not running better today than what it was last single while.
All right, grandkids, come in here a little closer. So you're gonna see, this is from the first day that they started steaming down the sap. So March 13th is when they started making the syrup. So we got the 13th, 14th, 17th, 18th, all the way up to today is the 29th. And the guy that does the syrup here says that the darker the syrup is, the better it tastes. All right? Okay, so the first thing is step number 1. Sap drips into the buckets and they collect it manually like this. The second thing they do is the sap flows into the lines by a vacuum. You can see all these blue lines. And if you come over here, this here is a tap. This goes into the tree and the sap comes into the line. And then it goes into here and it'll eventually get sucked up into the holding tanks. If you come over here, so over here is the big pump, which pumps all the sap through the lines up into the holding tanks so they can steam it down. All right, come on a little closer. So sap is stored in the tanks and then it goes into the sugar shack for boiling. All right, the next step is the evaporator. It boils the water from the sap and turns it into pure maple syrup. I'm gonna give you one last look at the evaporator where it takes all the water out and boils it into pure maple syrup. Come on in, grandkids.
I might not be very pleasant. Yeah, we're at about 65% of the crop now, so we can run a good week in 10 days. We can make a lot.
All right, so the last thing is pure maple syrup is filtered and bottled. Join us in the store for a sample. Kids, I hope you're having fun on Grandpa's tour. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you back in time. You're gonna get to see how maple syrup the sap years ago how they had to steam it down into syrup. It's a pretty incredible process. It's nothing like this new technology. If you come here next year, Grandpa promises to buy you some kettle corn. Okay, as long as your parents give me some money. No, I'm kidding, I'll pay for it. And you can play on this playground over here. But until then, come on over and let's look at how this syrup used to be done. Really quick grandkids, I'm gonna bring you over to this big kettle with my little helper here. You guys recognize her, don't you? Anyways, this is how they used to steam down the sap. They put a fire underneath it, like this. Look at this big kettle. Yeah. It was a 3-day. All right, grandkids. So thank you so much for joining me on this year's 2025 Glenna Farms Syrup Tour. It was really great. Hope we see you next year.